Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Probably shouldn't say morning because it could be afternoon, evening. What does the Truman man say? Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Oh, yeah,
But it's definitely morning where we are. I don't know where
we don't know what day it is.
Oh,
to be
my
fair.
lordy.
To be fair.
Coffee. How true love.
It's actually my second one
Cheers.
today.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is my first and I'm doing well. Okay, let's just get straight into it. Today's practice is going to be a flowy little number. What am I trying to say today? This is why we need each other.
It's okay.
It's okay. Cueing progression. Again.
Definitely channeling Jim Carrey today.
Oh God.
Yeah.
The pen is blue. One more time.
So guys, today's practice is just all about being in your body and just feeling the movement intertwined with the breath. So it's very restorative and juicy. If you are experienced and have a strong practice, then feel free to take the progressions, the chaturangas, the jump throughs, whatever it is that feels good for you in this moment. But we won't be cueing that because this is all about just going slow and just being with ourselves. So taking it easy.
That's it.
Yeah.
So grab your cup of coffee, get onto the mat, and let's begin. Okay, I think I'm gonna sip my coffee throughout it.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I always like take my coffee into
I know, it's kind of natural, isn't it?
People are like, sometimes look at me and I'm like, fuck it.
Okay guys, so what we're going to do to begin is firstly put the coffee down. I know it's really hard, especially first thing in the morning, but we'll put that to the side. You can sip it as you move through practice. That's very un-yogi of me, but hey. And we're just going to come to a nice comfortable seated position, maybe in Vajrasana, so sitting on the heels of the feet. Then just have the palms facing up if that feels nourishing for your body. And we're just going to begin to connect to our breath. So just allowing that natural cycle of breath to flow in through the nose and out through the nose. And with each breath, perhaps noticing the body soften just a little more, become more open to perhaps receiving today's practice. And if you can, allow those thoughts to gently melt away, or at least for the next little while. There is nowhere else that you need to be in this moment. So take time to truly arrive here. And let's begin to take 3 deeper breaths together. So letting go of the breath that you have now. Inhale through the nose, send the breath all the way to the crown of the head. Hold that breath. Open up the mouth, exhale, release. Breathe in through the nose, send that breath all the way to the crown of the head, filling up the whole entire head space. Exhale to release. Let's take one more, breathing in, feel the shoulders rise, the chest expand, the breath goes all the way to the crown of the head. Open mouth, exhale, release. Beautiful. With your eyes closed, if you can, begin to widen your knees. Big toes will touch. We're making our way into a child's pose. So extending those arms forward, resting the crown of the head down to the mat. And if you want to make it a little bit more active, coming up onto the fingertips, lengthening from your shoulders all the way through to those fingertips. As you breathe in, I want you to send the breath to the back of the body, the back of the heart. And as you exhale, allow your belly to soften and maybe, just maybe, the heart melts closer to the earth. Let's go ahead and take a few more rounds of breath like that, really filling up the back of the body, the back of the heart. And as we exhale, we allow the body to melt towards the earth. Go ahead and take one more breath here. And if you do have those fingertips raised, gently press your hands back down to the mat. On your next inhale, you'll wave the body forward and come to a very gentle upward facing dog. So we want those thighs connected down to the earth. Take a moment just to receive the pose. It can be a little strong through our lower spine first thing in the morning, so if you need to bend those elbows, go ahead and do so. As you exhale, we will push back to our child's pose, and you'll notice the knees will be a little closer. That's okay. Fight the urge to readjust. Just be okay with where you are at. As you breathe in, wave the body forward. Come through to your gentle upward facing dog. And as you exhale, child's pose. Let's go ahead and take 3 more using your own breath, allowing the body to guide you through the movement, not being in any need to rush, force the journey. You might hear some little cracks along the way. I know my body is cracking and popping. And once you have taken your final round, just pause in your child's pose. Go ahead and take 3 more natural breaths here, in through the nose and out through the nose. Just maybe taking a moment to set an intention for your practice today. Maybe it's a feeling you are wanting to cultivate. Bringing that to your mind's eye and carrying that with you throughout today's practice. And let's begin. As you inhale, wave the body forward, come through to your tabletop position. So we'll make sure that the shoulders are stacked underneath the wrists, knees are hip-width distance apart, gaze is down towards the earth. Allow that belly to soften, and as you inhale, raise the crown of the head up to the sky, maybe tuck the toes under, and as you exhale, draw the chin to chest and untuck the toes, dome through the back. Breathing in, tuck the toes under, crown of the head rises for cow pose. And as you exhale, draw your chin to chest, untuck the toes, press the earth away. Go ahead and take 3 or 4 more cycles just like this. It's such a beautiful pose for opening up through our spines. A beautiful way to wake up the body. Go ahead and take 1 more wherever you are at. Feel the movement. Connect the breath. Come back to a neutral position. Gently walk the hands forward slightly. Tuck those toes under. Send the tailbone high for downward facing dog. And we're just going to check the stance of our downward facing dog. So what we want to do here is come up high on the balls of the feet and wave the body forward to your high plank. Now, if you're feeling the urge to shift and readjust, go ahead and do so. But what we're really wanting here is to have the shoulders stacked over the wrists, navel's drawing towards the spine. And as you exhale, draw that tailbone back to sky. That is your downward facing dog. So fighting the urge to readjust here. So maybe taking another round like that. Wave forward to your high plank. See where you land. Noticing if your high plank is too short or too long. Just slightly readjust so we have that nice strong foundation, and as you exhale, find your downward facing dog. Pause here for 3 breaths. And just allowing that space between movement to feel the benefits of each pose. And one more breath here. And let it go. On your next inhale, ever so slowly, like you're moving your right leg through liquid, begin to raise it up towards the sky. And as you exhale, bend through that knee, draw that right knee to the nose, tiger curl. Draw that right foot out over to the left, fallen triangle. So it's nice, soft, gentle movement. And as you exhale, bring that left palm down and come back to your three-legged dog. Release, downward facing dog. Take one full breath here and let it go. Let's take it over to the opposite side. Inhale, sweep that left leg up to the sky like you're moving it through liquid. As you exhale, left knee to nose, tiger curl. Then shoot that left leg out over to the right, fallen triangle. And stay for a breath. And as you exhale, gently coming back to center, three-legged dog, downward facing dog. And take a moment to reset. And let's begin. Inhale, sweep the right leg up to the sky. And as you exhale, tiger curl, knee to nose. Step that right foot forward. And then begin to bring that back foot parallel to the mat. As you inhale, you'll sweep your arms around for warrior two. Gaze is out over that right palm. And we're just going to take a couple of breaths here. So just breathing in, finding that beautiful length in the spine. As you exhale, sink a little deeper. Let's take one more breath here. Breathe in. Exhale to sink. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Flip your front palm. Sweep that right arm up to the sky and feel that beautiful energetic pull between the right and the left side of the body. Let's take one more inhale. And as you exhale, draw your right elbow to your right knee. Side angle pose. Sweep that left arm up overhead. Dial that left pinky down towards the earth. Breathe in. And as you exhale, begin to straighten that right leg and make your way into Trikonasana. Now, option here to grab a block and place this just outside that right foot. The right palm can come on down to the block. And we're just stacking those shoulders. So take whichever height feels good in the body. We want to be pulling that left hip towards the back of the room. And let's go ahead and stay here for another 2 breaths, just because it feels really good to open up through the hips, the shoulders. One more breath. Stay for the exhale. And as you inhale, flip and reverse your Trikonasana. Sweep that right arm up to the sky. Find that beautiful dance between effort and ease. And as you exhale, float those arms down to the mat. Frame that right foot. Again, option to grab your blocks and place them on either side of that right foot. Inhale, sweep that right arm up to the sky for easy twist. As you exhale, bring your hand back down to the block. Step that back foot in. We are making our way into pyramid pose. So using the blocks if you do have them handy. If you don't, that's perfectly okay. Take a breath in for a halfway lift. And as you exhale, fold. Let's go ahead and take 2 more like that. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Last one. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Pausing in your fold for 3 breaths. So again, this time we're really wanting that right hip to be pulling towards the back of the room. Maybe bringing a slight micro bend through the knees, allowing the neck to soften. One more breath. If you do have those blocks handy, just gently move them to the side now. Bring the hands to the hips, and as you inhale, slowly rise all the way up. Take a moment to pause here. Allow that energy to settle, and then step to the top of the mat. Tadasana. Bring the arms long beside the body, grounding down through the soles of the feet. Taking a moment to tap in and tune in, noticing the difference between the right and the left side of the body. Let's take one more breath here. And on the next inhale, sweep those arms up to the sky, palms will touch. And as you exhale, swan dive the hands to the earth. Inhale, take your halfway lift. As you exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Totally up to you. This is where you can take your progression, move through your chaturanga dandasana. It is a gentle practice, so listening to the body. Courtney's opting to take her chaturanga. And once you do arrive in your downward facing dog, just go ahead and take 3 breaths here. Let's take one more breath. Let's make our way to the opposite side. On the next inhale, sweep that left leg up to the sky. As you exhale, bend through the knee, tiger curl, knee to nose. Step that left foot forward. Bring that back foot parallel to the mat. Windmill the arms around, warrior 2. Gazes out over that left palm. Let's take 2 breaths here. And releasing any tension that you might be holding onto through your jaw. Maybe unclenching the toes from the mat. Let's take one more breath. Inhale, reverse your warrior, flip the front palm, reach it up towards the sky. Feel that beautiful pull between the right and the left side of the body. And stay for one more breath. And as you exhale, side angle pose, left elbow to left knee. Sweep that right arm up overhead, dial the right pinky down. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, straighten that front leg, Trikonasana. Again, if you do have a block handy, go ahead and grab it. Place it on the outer edge of that left foot. And begin to open up through the chest. Let's go ahead and take a few breaths here. One more breath. Inhale to reverse your Trikonasana. Left palm sweeps up towards the sky. And as you exhale, float the arms down to the mat. Go ahead and grab those blocks and place them on either side of that left foot if you have them handy. Right palm grounds down as left arm reaches up for easy twist. We're going to move a little bit quicker through the next round. As you exhale, bring that left palm to the block. Bring that back foot in slightly and coming into a pyramid pose. So we're going to straighten through that left leg now. On the inhale, take your halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Let's go ahead and take 2 more using your own breath. Last one. And let's just pause in our forward fold for 3 breaths. And just pulling that left hip towards the back of the room. Bringing a slight micro bend through those knees, allowing the neck to become heavy. And clench the jaw. And relax the head. Last breath. On the next inhale, bring the hands to the hips. Slowly rise all the way back up. Pause here for a breath. And then step to the top of the mat. Tadasana. Again, taking a moment to tune in to all those little messages that the bodies are sending us. Noticing if we're feeling a little bit more open. Feeling those little sparks of energy moving through our muscles. One more breath here. On the next inhale, sweep the arms to the sky, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, step back to your downward facing dog. Option to move through your chaturanga. And just take 2 more breaths in your downward facing dog. And let's get ready to move just a little bit quicker. And still keep that beautiful connection to our breath. So on your next inhale, sweep that right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, draw your knee to nose. And step that leg forward. Bring the back foot parallel, windmill the arms around, warrior 2. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Breathe in, and as you exhale, straighten that front leg, Trikonasana. Inhale to reverse your Trikonasana. Exhale, flow the hands to the floor, frame that right foot. Inhale, easy twist. Exhale, plant that right palm down, step that left foot in. Pyramid pose. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Go ahead and take 2 more. Following that breath. Last one. Bringing the hands to the hips. On the inhale, slowly rise all the way back up. And as you exhale, step to the top of the mat. Tadasana. 1 full breath here. Breathing in, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, draw navel to center. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Option to flow. And take 1 breath in your downward facing dog. Let's make our way to the opposite side. Inhale, sweep the left leg to the sky. As you exhale, draw the left knee to nose, tiger curl. Step that left foot forward, back foot grounds down, windmill the arms, warrior 2. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Stay for the breath in. As you exhale, straighten that front leg, Trikonasana. Inhale to reverse your Trikonasana. Exhale, float the hands to the earth. Frame your left foot. Inhale, raise your left arm up to sky. Easy twist. As you exhale, plant that left palm down, step that right foot in, pyramid pose. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Let's take 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Plant the hands to the hips. Inhale, slowly rise all the way up. As you exhale, step to the top of the mat. Take your Tadasana. 1 full breath. On your next inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, step or float back, move through your chaturanga or skip it, come to downward facing dog. Take a full breath in your downward dog. And drop the knees to the earth. Coming back to your Vajrasana, the same way we started, sinking back onto the heels. Having the palms facing up onto the thighs. Let's just take this moment to receive. And if you would like to take a Shavasana, you can go ahead and do so. Or you can simply stay here in your Vajrasana and just allow all that beautiful energy that you have cultivated for yourself this morning to move through every cell, every muscle, all through the fascia of our bodies. Connecting to your breath. And noticing this sense of calm and peace that you feel in this moment. I was listening to a beautiful meditation the other day by Sarah Blondin. I would highly recommend if anyone is beginning their meditation journey. And she was talking about surrendering. And I thought, it's so interesting, you know, everyone says, just surrender, just surrender. And it's so much easier said than done, right? How do you surrender? Where do you even begin to surrender when you're holding onto the grip of things so tightly? She explained it like this, that when we go to bed at night, we surrender. We simply get into our beds. We let go of the day, we allow our bodies to become heavy, we close our eyes and we drift off into another space, another dimension. We surrender in that moment. And she kind of referenced to why can't we use that same methodology when we wake up of a morning? Why can't we just start our day with what will be will be? Why can't we choose to let go of the fear and all the things that we're gripping onto so tightly? Because if the truth be told, we don't really have any real control over anything anyway. That's the beauty of life. It's this constant journey, this constant dance between navigating, you know, and once we let go of the steering wheel, more often than not, we're shown what path we need to take, but we're so afraid to let go of that steering wheel. And so today, during practice, I hope you were able to surrender. I hope you were able to let go of the tight grip that you hold over your life. Perhaps today you can just surrender and allow to flow to you what needs to flow to you with effort and ease. And we'll close out practice here, yogis, bringing the hands to the heart center, pressing the thumbs into the sternum. We acknowledge this practice. We acknowledge you beautiful souls for showing up. We acknowledge each other. Namaste. You feeling caught?
Good. Energized.
Another sip of coffee?
Who needs coffee when you've got yoga?